Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I help people awaken to the awareness around them. In Texas right now, it is cold out. See, I used to love the cold weather because I'm a fall baby and all. When I used to be able to make some gumbo, maybe smoke a cigarette, smoke a blunt, pour up some Crown Royal. Now that I don't do any of that anymore, I don't like the cold weather anymore. I prefer to be out in nature where I can get everything I need from nature and everything that I need from the sun. Sun, please come back. I just wanted to share that with you guys today. Let's jump into this video. In this video, I am making it about how to sage or how to smudge, whichever you prefer to use. I use sage. I want to show you how I use sage and how I cleanse my aura and cleanse everything in my home or any negative energies that could be around. Any unwanted energies that could be around in your home. I want to show you how I use the sage. First, I want to give you a little short story. I used to have some neighbors that lived over me. They've moved now, yes. I used to sage I still do. I would go, especially when they were here, I would sage all the outside of my apartment. I live in an apartment complex and I have two neighbors on top, right? So I would sage the outside of my house, right? And then I would come in the inside and sage the inside of the home, and then I would sage my whole body. Do you know that every time that I would sage, that those neighbors would actually leave? What does that tell you? Oh my God, sage is so powerful. And obviously, they were unwanted negative energies, which can be very tough if you stay in an apartment complex and you live around those types of energies. I wanted to share that story with you because I wanted to tell you how powerful sage is before I jump into my video. Let's get started today. This is the type of sage that I use. Make sure that you are using white sage. White sage is what cleanses out the unnegative wanted energies. I use 9-inch sage because I like the big sage because I want all the big smoke to come out and cleanse as much as possible. Plus, it lasts longer. This is the type of sage I use. This is the 9-inch sage that I actually use, which I purchased on Amazon. You can find this on Amazon for around like $10. I'll show you the package. This is the package that the white sage comes in. This is 9 inches again. You can use a shorter version. Just make sure that it is white sage. This is what the package looks like, and this is what it looks like. Before I actually jump in and show you how I sage my body, and I want to actually show you some things that I've actually experienced with sage that maybe can help you when you begin to use it. One thing is, you see this blue string that comes on here? I like to always pull it down because if you don't pull it down, it will end up like when it burns, it'll start to fall apart and get everywhere. And to save your sage, the best thing to do is like kind of pull it down. You can untie it and tie it back in your own way. I'll show you a smaller version. Here's one that's already been kind of burnt down. You see, I told you I use sage. And I'll pull it down like this, you see, so that it won't burn. Because you see these little parts right here? They'll fall apart and fall off as you begin to burn your sage. So this is how you save your sage. Just a little word of advice to pull it down to save it. Another thing that I ran into is don't try to burn this stuff with a regular lighter. You're only going to allow the fire on the lighter you use to blow back on you. It's not going to burn or light this thing up the way it needs to be done. Even the small sage, the regular lighter does not work. So what I like to use, I'll show you, is a multi-purpose big, which you can actually find at HEBs if you are in Texas, or I'm sure it's anywhere like that, Dollar General, Family Dollar, Walmart, whatever type of stores you shop at. And this one I find at a Family Dollar or a Dollar General as well for like $5. This one's maybe $5, $6 as well. This one I really love because look at that lighter. You see how that goes? That burns that sage the way it needs to be burned. And it'll light all up the way it needs to be lit up for you guys. And I wanted to share that with you because I have ran into problems trying to use a regular lighter. And I wanted to help you from having to go through that as well. Excuse me. Another thing about using sage I want to tell you is handle with care because the little flaky parts do fall off. If you have any type of breathing issues or any little babies, beware with that. Be careful with that. You get the drift. You know what to do. Just letting you know it's very strong smoke. Remember, it gets rid of unwanted negative energy. So this has very powerful smoke and is very strong. Now I want to show you how I sage my body to cleanse off any unwanted negative energies. Before I jump into that and before I light up the sage, I want to tell you this. Check this out. You exist about arm length, right? Around you, you have an aura that goes all around you. And so I like to use the fact that using your arms out, arm length, put your arms out like this, and that is maybe how big approximately your aura is all the way around you. You get what I'm saying? So yes, you have an energy field around you, like a bubble shape. I like to imagine it. So put your arms out, and when you sage around your body, just imagine you're cleansing that aura. Any negative energies that are attaching to that aura are going to disappear and cleanse. And you'll feel the refreshing and the cleansing after it's done, you guys. Now I'm going to light the sage up for you and show you how I sage my body. This stuff really works. Okay? I have my blue little thing pulled back, you guys, so that I don't ruin it. Now let's light it up. This stuff is very strong, very powerful. Again, this is why I use the 9-inch sage because I like it lasts longer, very long time actually, depending on how you sage. You can sage every day. You can sage once a week. You can sage whenever you like, whenever you feel like that it's needed, you go for it. Sage up your home. If you are just moving into a new home or apartment, sage it because you have no idea what energies exist in that home or were there before you. Especially if it's a used home, but even if it's a new one, sage it. Hey, go ahead, cleanse that area before you move in. Another thing I would like to say about sage, if you have company over and you feel that after they left some little negative energies in your home, sage your home. Cleanse it out. This stuff is very powerful and it really, really works. You see, I'm lighting it up. You see how the smoke is beginning to come. I love the refreshing of this stuff. It really, really works. It's very, very powerful. I've been saging for now. I started a year ago, and I used to have like negative thoughts that would come around weird after like maybe I entered a grocery store or maybe being around a big crowd of people or maybe around family members. I would notice these weird negative thoughts that would come nonstop. So I learned about sage and I began to use it for myself. And I'm going to show you how I sage myself and how it absolutely works for me. It is very, very, very cleansing and it truly helps. So get you some sage on Amazon, you guys, and cleanse your aura, cleanse your body, cleanse your aura, cleanse your home. It's all lit up and it's ready, okay? The way that I sage my body, I start from my feet. I'll start down below from my feet. Be careful with this stuff because that's little bitty flakes. When you light it up, it can spark up and don't burn your hair, I burn hats, little bitty things. Little bitty burns on the hats that I've had and stuff like that. Nothing too scary. Just be careful with it when you're saging your crown chakra and when you're going above your head to make sure none of those little flaky things are going to fall off. Just be careful with it. Like I said, this is some powerful stuff. So what I like to do is I'll start saging my feet. And you might not be able to see it because I am recording on an iPad, which is not showing my feet. But I'm going to start from my feet. And what I'm doing down below is swooping from left to right. That's the way that I do it, and that's the way that it works for me. So now, before I sage, always set the intention that you are cleansing your aura in your body and you're getting rid of any unwanted negative energies that could be around or attached to the aura. Okay? Or if it's saging your home, same thing. Just replace it with your home. Now I will begin saging my feet. Going from left to right, I've set my intention and I am going from left to right, left to right. And I like to swoop out with it. Now I'm coming across my body. Cross up to the crown chakra, above that crown chakra, all the way up there. Then I like to go back down and start left to right again. I really like to do things in threes because threes is a magic number, but sometimes I'll just do it in twos, and I'm just going to do it in twos today. You can do it however many times you prefer and whatever you like. After I go from the bottom, right, I go over my head, like I told you, over my aura, and cleanse that. And I'll do that in twos as well. And I go over, don't have that much room in here. And after I cleanse that, I like to go around in a circle like this and cleanse my aura as well. Just like I said, maybe around arm's length approximately. That is how big your aura is. Okay? And then after I do that, I'll go on the left side of me and just throw that sage out there. Go on the right side of me and throw that sage out there. And then I'll just go back down with it. from left to right, across the body. You can never sage too much, I tell you. And at times, sometimes I'll go around the back of me like this, across the back of my body. You get what I'm saying? This is the sage, guys. You see that smoke? This stuff is very powerful. After you sage, you can leave it in your ashtray or whatever you're putting it in. You can leave it in there and allow it, the smoke to come up, which again is very strong. Or you can put it out, whichever you prefer, or whichever you feel like, how much cleansing you feel like that you actually need. Right now that I'm speaking with you guys, I'm going to go ahead and just let it burn, not to waste your time or anything. But I do want to show you that I'm just using a little dollar store ashtray. $1. I've been using it for a long time, as you can see in the insides. I like these because I can actually put it out like that. Press in between the middle of the sage and put it out like that. Again, guys, this stuff is very, very strong and it's very, very powerful. Again, it cleanses unwanted negative energies. It is very worth purchasing. And try it out for yourself and find out what works for you. I just want to share with you guys how I sage and how it works for me. Again, make sure that you are using white sage. It does not matter how big it is, as long as it's white sage. Again, I hope you guys have pressed that like button already. If you have not, go ahead and press that like button. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and come back to see me. I hope you guys are really taking care of yourself. Go ahead and get that sage so you can cleanse out any unwanted negative energies that are attached to your aura or your body or in your home. Get rid of it because, again, like I said, I was receiving weird negative thoughts out the blue, and every time I was sage or I felt uncomfortable, I was sage and it went away. So go ahead and get that sage today and cleanse out that unwanted negative energies. I love you guys. Come back to see me and keep taking care of yourself. Miss Kelli Travel Spirituals checking out.